They didn't say, oh, the way things are going, social media is hurting my kids or is hurting people in my constituents. They're saying me. This is just a wrong mindset. And I thought they went for training. Because before they were sworn in, I understand there was a retreat. Maybe they didn't teach them about their responsibility, which is basically to be selfless officials to serve Nigerians. So I have no problem. It is wrong for anybody to come and accuse somebody of stealing money when you don't have evidence. I agree. But what I'm saying is that don't send them to jail. By doing that, you are preventing even legitimate people from coming up. Let there be civil sanction. It's a civil thing.
What's the power? Oh, sorry.
Yes.
What's the power of an affidavit?
Well, basically, the affidavit means if you swear an affidavit and it turns out to be wrong, they can charge you for perjury. I understand that. I understand that 100%.
So saying that if you unlawfully use, publish, or cause to be published any petition, complaint not supported by a duly sworn affidavit, that shall be deemed to have committed an offense. I mean, what's wrong with that?
That if I submit a complaint without submitting an affidavit, I've committed a crime. Listen to yourself. Does that even make sense? That if I submit a petition, I write.
No.
Okay.
Let's say you submit.
That's what you just read.
No, you submit a petition.
Yes.
And I get up and I use that petition, which was not supported by an affidavit. Then I would have committed a crime.
Then they ask yourself again, who is going to use that information? When you submit a petition, the petition is submitted to the government official. The government official is supposed to keep it confidential until they've done some private investigation, and before they take it to the next level of saying they want to come and arrest the person that they complain about, or they want to invite him for questioning, then they ask the petitioner to come in and swear an affidavit. That's what you do. If you make a complaint to the police, that's what they make you do. They make you come in and write a formal statement of this thing. And what is wrong with that? If we have been using it for the last 50 years and the whole world has been using it, why must we change it now that before I can complain about a minister who maybe scratched my car with his siren on the road? These are the kind of things we are talking about. For the general people, most general people have no access to all this money they are sharing at the top. The kind of things that upset us, that upset me, someone like me the most is somebody is going and he has a siren, I has 4 cars and they are beating my car to the road. You are saying before I send a complaint to the president that is what your minister is doing, I need to first go and swear an affidavit. It's ridiculous, is what I'm saying. When I send my petition, it is for the person who received it to decide whether there's enough weight in it for them to take it to the next level. And when they want to take it to the next level, they invite me to come in and give further and better particulars about my petition to this guy, and then I sign that under oath. That's the way it's supposed to be done. So for me, it is, and the press, people like you now, if you are not getting up and seeing this for what it is, you have a lot of regrets 3 years down the road. That's how Decree 2 started. Because they mention radio, they mention television, they mention all those. It's not just social media now. All right? And if you don't fight this, what will happen is that somebody will call into your show, all right, and make an allegation against a minister. You have to see how they can interpret this law when they really want to get you. And then you start commenting on that. You have calling shows. Somebody will call in, and then you start commenting. He has not submitted an affidavit, and you are commenting. You have violated this law. It sounds like far-fetched, but they can use it and it will stick because that can conceivably be covered under the law. It says somebody who disseminates a petition that has not been supported by an affidavit has committed a law. So when somebody posts a petition on your Facebook page or your Twitter page, and the way you read it every morning and you read it and you read this, and then your panelists make comments about that comment, you have violated the law. Is that weird? It's what I'm saying. It's a vague law. It's a law that is so wide open that the government in power can choose who they are going to implement this against. And any of us can fall victim.
Just a moment, Mr. Bambo. Last year, yes, Turkey regulated its social media. Okay. And now this is they've successfully regulated the social media because... Not Turkey. Yes, I know. Because of flagrant abuse. You know, it was promoting terrorism and all whatnot, according to the government. Could you paint a picture? How can the social media be regulated? We talked about enforcement of the cybercrime law and all of that. What alternative is there for our government to explore, to put things in check, rather than outright?
It's because people talking about this are really ignorant of the facts out there. Social media is regulated right now. If you post a picture about me that is false, I can report that to Facebook. They even give you a button, click to report. It's offensive. It is not true. And all that. When you put that in there, within 10 minutes, Facebook will remove that offensive post. But they are ignorant of that because they didn't bother to go and learn how social media works. If you post a picture that has nudity or stuff that I don't like, I can just click a button and report it. Gives you 4 options. Why don't you want this on Facebook? It's not true. The picture lied against me. It is offensive. It is pornographic. You pick one, and they have people checking this day and night. I've done it several times. And people have done it to me also. When I post a picture they don't like to see on their wall, they click and they say, I don't like this, the thing is offensive to me. Facebook first blocks it. Then they send the person who posted a note and saying, this is what has happened. If you think that this has been blocked wrongly, give us your reasons. That is more than enough. So social media is very, very, very regulated by the people who run social media. But our senators, who probably don't even, like I said, they didn't want to learn how to post updates on social media. They didn't even know that existed. Why do we need another law? All right? If somebody posted a lie against you on social media, all your new media guy needs to do is click a button and report that post to social media, to Facebook or Twitter or whatever, and within 5 minutes, that thing is taken down. Why do we now need to go put somebody in jail? That's my point. So the point I'm trying to make, and it looks like I'm being over-aggressive this morning, is that, see, I can see far implications of this thing they're trying to do. For me, when you decide to suppress an outfit like Sahara Reporters, and I mention them because they've mentioned them on the floor of the Senate, they singled them out of the whole of Nigeria, and that's the outfit they mentioned. We all know what Sahara Reporters do, what they do. Personally, I don't agree with all their reports. I think sometimes they go overboard. I think sometimes they go to press without verifying their facts. But they serve a very useful purpose in our democracy. Because now, as a public officer, you are watching your back, you are watching what you are doing, because you know Sahara Reporters can expose you at any time. It is good for our democracy. If they think what Sahara Reporters is doing is offensive and not true, they can even report them to the hosting company. Okay, so this is, so if you report to hosting company that this guy is publishing falsehoods about me, they will send them a letter to defend themselves. All right? So for me, even they are saying, talking about Sahara Reporter, if I really want to take that Sahara Reporters, you know what I'm going to do? Every day, I can go to their page and I will report that post to their host. The host, at some point, will take them out. So they don't need criminal law. Sorry.
So, Bebanwo, legal practitioner, is still in the studio, and we're looking at the proposed social media bill from the Senate. Dr. Banwo, you have picked holes in practically every portion of this bill that it is brought forward. But you're still not seeing any good in this bill whatsoever?
Listen, and I'm not being, those who know me, for me to be this passionate about this, they need to understand that I've tried to see what is good in it I can't find. Because I wish APC to succeed against all teams, because many of us put our reputation on the line for them. But what I'm saying is that I can't see any redeeming feature in this law they're trying to pass, because if what they're trying to control is people posting false statements, you already have redress in the regular courts and on the social media themselves. Mike Zuckerberg and his people are not, they don't want their website to be used to malign people. That's why they put those stuff in there. All right, where you can report, and then they will investigate, and then they drop first. And the beauty of it is that they just need to try that. You report a post, that post goes down first until that person can justify that they wrongly put it down. So why can't they use that? So we don't need that. Number two, we have laws already in Nigeria. Why do they need another one? We have civil laws. We already have the cybercrime law. Why are they so particular about reports that turn out to be false? That is the part that I'm saying there's something they're trying to hide.
Okay, the Senate has said it's not going to be intimidated by the criticism. It's going to go ahead and pass this bill into law. What happens if, with all the holes picked and all the cries from Nigerians, they go ahead and pass this bill?
Well, if that's their job, they can pass any law. And when they use words like we will not be blackmailed, they are the ones blackmailing Nigerians. Nobody is blackmailing them. We are simply saying this law you want to pass does not make sense. You represent us. Who told you to go and pass the law? The senators are supposed to introduce laws based on what their people wanted. Which constituency have they polled? Now Allah is being recalled over this. All right, right now there's over 30,000 signatures already to recall him. All right, so which means his constituents never authorized him to go past that type of law. So our senators need to get educated and understand that they are there to serve the people. They are there to go and introduce laws that the people want to see. The fact that very few people have not seen anybody even supporting them. So where did their basis for passing that law? So they are deciding on their own that this is what we think is good for Nigeria, and they're passing that is very arrogant of them and very presumptive. So for me, that is the point. And they're passing a law where they did not first issue a public notice. So really, this law, even if they go ahead and pass it, and we're going to fight it, it's unconstitutional. They didn't send out notice that for people to submit their position papers. They didn't have a public hearing. They are trying to do it in secret, where even other senators have been on record, and we have them recorded, who are saying, like Senator Bembru saying, I did not know about this law. Are they not supposed to circulate it to all the senators to see what is going? So it's a backroom thing they're trying to do, and that's why I feel so offended by it. Our constitution guarantees freedom of expression. That freedom of expression comes with the freedom to say rubbish, just as it comes with the freedom to make sense.
And it also comes with the freedom to go to jail. If you're
it doesn't come with the freedom to go to jail. It's my
if
problem.
you're found guilty.
No, it's a verbal talk. You